Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I will discuss about the nomenclature of fatty acid. So let's start. At the first, you have to know the component of this general structure of the fatty acid. There are two components. One is carboxylic group and there is hydrocarbon chain. The carboxylic group has one acidic carbon atom and the hydrocarbon chain that is ended with a methyl group. And this hydrocarbon chain is attached with this acidic carbon, and we give the number or for the systematic name we give the number from the acidic carbon towards the methyl group. Fatty acid further divided into two parts. One is saturated fatty acid and unsaturated fatty acid. Saturated fatty acids, that you know, they contains only single carbon-carbon bond, and all of the carbon molecules are are bonded to the maximum number of hydrogen molecules. We can see in this picture. An unsaturated fatty acid have at least one double carbon-carbon bond between the potential for additional hydrogen carbon atom binding to the existing for some of the carbon atoms in the backbone chain. So it means it also contain at least one double bond, and if only one double bond is present, then it will be called mono unsaturated fatty acid. If it contains more than two double bond, then it will be called polyunsaturated fatty acid. These double bonds can exist in either a kinked cis double bond or a more linear trans double bond structure. You know the UPAC rules for the number of carbon atoms. If the carbon atoms number is 12, then the name will be dodecane. 13, then tridecane. 14, then tetradecane. 15, then pentadecane. 16, then hexadecane, and so on. Next is the last part. So we will run the systematic name from here. First, we have to look at the structure of this acid. This lauric acid, and the structure says the structure indicates that it contains 12 carbon atoms, and there is no double bond is present. So the carbon skeleton ratio is 12 is to 0. So it is saturated fatty acid. For the saturated fatty acid, the naming rule is here we first use N. For N indicates that it is normal unbranched structure. N indicated it is normal unbranched structure. And dodecanoic. Dodec, dodec as it is 12 carbon is present. The 12 carbons are present, so it is dodec. And anoic is used as the suffix for the saturated fatty acid. Every kinds of saturated fatty acid we use anoic at the suffix after the using the name of the number of the carbon atoms that we know from the UPEG rule. So if 14, then in tetradic anoic acids. So N means unbranched chain, tetradic anoic acid for the maristic acid. So it was the naming rule for the saturated fatty acid. Now come to the part of unsaturated fatty acid. Unsaturated fatty acid, that is that I take palmitoleic acid. Palmitoleic acid, it contains 16 carbon atoms and one double bond. So double bond at the del 9, it also it represents that the carbon double bond present at between 9 and 10, carbon 9 and 10. So right from the configuration, as the configuration is cis, so write cis, and double bond position is 9, so 9, and hyphen hexadec with 16 carbon are present, and enoic. Here is the change that the suffix is enoic. In the saturated, we know that suffix is anoic. Here the suffix is enoic. So cis 9 hexadecanoic acid. If the double bond is more than is 2 or more than 2, then if it 2, then that it will be called dienoic, and if 3, then it will be called trienoic. So let's take another one. Let's take linoleic acid. Linoleic acid contain 18 carbon, so we write octadec octadeca, and two carbon atoms are two double bonds are present. So dianoic acid. Cis, cis, as the configuration is cis, 9, 12, at the double bond position is 9, 12. Octadec, octadeca dianoic acid. Octadeca dianoic acid. Another one I will take. This acid, it contains 18 is to 3, as the carbon atoms are 18 and double bonds are 3, and the position is 9, 12, 15. So write cis, hyphen 9, 12, 15. It also indicates the position of the double bond. And octadeca trianoic acid. Octadeca trianoic acid. As octadeca means 18 carbons are present, and for the three double bonds are present, so trianoic is the suffix. So it was a rule for the systematic name for saturated and unsaturated fatty acid. Hope you understand, and thanks for watching. Keep supporting me. Goodbye, friends.